स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaaya te namaha. The identity of Mother Kali and the Brahman, one and the same substance, when in active state, where there is no activity, then yet it is an activity within the Shuddha Chaitanya, just like mind and thought. Thought is not outside the mind, within the mind. The whole dream world appears and disappears in the mind when we sleep without affecting the mind. Again, morning we get up, we see that the dream world never existed. It has appeared, I have experienced, but when I wake up it is not there. It doesn't affect the mind. Just a smell in the air doesn't affect. It gives room for that, but it is not getting affected. Space has given place for all items. There is fire, there is water. It is not getting wet by the water nor burnt by the fire. It is adhara without getting affected by anything. It gives the ashraya, but being unaffected by it, nor does it instigate, be here, come here, burn, oh fire, burn. No. Nature makes the fire burn. And this manifestation and demanifestation in the Absolute, without affecting the Absolute even when the existence exists, we call the not changing, absolute reality. When this internal activity, though unaffecting it or affecting it, happens within the Chaitanya, then it looks as if it is affecting. Dream in our dream state appears as if it is real. But when we see, after getting up, that world is no more there. So, even when it was there, the mind was not getting affected. Mind itself as if has become the world. The thoughts and mind we differentiate on a smell and air. Air carries the smell but is not affected. Fire is there in the space, it doesn't get affected. Like that, universe in the Absolute doesn't get affected. But universe is there. That is not. When we see its absence of this universe, when we wake up, the absence of the dream world, then we call it Brahman, mind. When we sleep and mind appears to be the universe that we experience in dream as dream, then we don't call that. We call it dream, not mind. Like that, when there is manifestation of the universe, though the Absolute doesn't get affected by it, still we call it Kali. Because there appears to be a universe. If you analyze or if you realize, it is not there. Brahman alone is there. This identity, when there is universe and when there is no universe, as Brahman and Shakti, one and the same, just a play of word. In reality, it doesn't get affected. After the creation, primal power dwells in the universe itself. She brings forth the phenomenal world and then pervades it. Phenomenal world. World which is governed by time, space and causation. Everything has a cause and effect. There is time working. Space is there. We call it phenomenal world. In the Vedas, the creation is linked to the spider and its web. The spider brings the web out of itself and then remains in it. God is the container of the universe and also what is contained in it. Just like mind and dream. Mind is the container of the dream, and mind is the content of the dream also. Mind itself is appearing as dream. Is my Kali, my divine mother, of black complexion? She appears black no longer because she is viewed from a distance, but when intimately known, she is no longer so. The most of the sadhakas, while approaching Kali, the pictorial representation of Kali, black color, and the stone used also pitch black stone, and she is standing on a marble Shiva, as if corpse it is, immobile corpse. And on that Kali, this is pure white marble, Shiva's body. Kali's body is dark black. Now, the whole picture of the absolute and the relative is presented here. The Shiva, immobile, unchanging, eternal reality, full of light of consciousness, represented by the white marble, is at the base. This is the base, the universe, entire universe, which is a dark mass. Whole thing is a dark mass because it comes within the realm of time and space. When there is time and space, the moment the time and space comes, the absolute no more is seen. The light is no more seen. It is darkness, absence of Chaitanya. We don't see Chaitanya anywhere. We infer Chaitanya in living beings, but we don't see. We infer. Even in material, we don't even infer the presence of Chaitanya. This we call Jada. It is not Chaitanya. But Chaitanya does exist because it is expressing itself. Otherwise, expression is not possible. It may not be able to perceive. Perception is not possible because senses and mind are not there. But in case of this, it is expressing itself because of the Chaitanya, because Chaitanya alone can give existence to a thing. Without Chaitanya, nothing can exist. So the existence of this sofa belongs to the Chaitanya. The material aspect belongs to the Prakriti. Now, this is what we see, the Kali's picture, the absence of Chaitanya, because it is matter. The whole thing, tamapradhana, from pure spirit to matter it has descended. Akash, akashat, vayu, vayu, agni, agni, rapad, prithvi, prithvyam, oshadaya. One by one, the whole thing is descending. Evolution, the evolutionary process, each one is an evolute, the subsequent evolute comes from that. So finally matter, gross matter comes into picture. So grossification is taking place with each descendants of a new element, and we see at last the Chaitanya is reducing. And finally, when this universe comes, we don't see the Chaitanya at all. This is Tamapradhana world Jagat. All lot of matter. This perception, the perceivable senses are very little. Few, only living beings have the cognition power. This cognition power is a sattva. Activities that are going on is rajas. All these material objects that we see is tamas. The whole universe is tama filled. And we see in the jiva itself, nidra, alasya, pramada, all this belongs to the tamas. Where is the sattva? Where is the chaitanya beyond sattva, raja, tama? It is not at all to be seen. So here we see the Kali is represented by darkness because of the absence of perception of consciousness. Chaitanya we are not able to see in this world, so darkness. But in the absolute we can infer. How? What is the proof? Scriptures. And the one who has seen. It is full of light. It is beyond tamas. Tamasah parastat. The whole universe is filled with tamas and tamasah parastat. My individual existence, my bodily existence, mind, sense, everything belongs to Prakriti. They are jada. And the Chaitanya is within. I have to transcend this and go beyond. So tamas, I am filled with the tamas. Body itself is tamas, great tamas. I have to cross this one by one layer to enter the inner cell and reach the core of my existence and go beyond into the infinity. So this process, the absolute inexpressed, is given by tamas. We are filled with tamas. Why? Because we are body still. The Chaitanic awareness of eternity, unchanging, is not there in us. Body is constantly changing. From birth till now, how much of transformation it has undergone. And every moment it is moving towards death and destruction. So as we see the whole process, the symbolization of Kali, and you can see she is not covered with any cloth. Nature can never be covered with anything. Nature is always open. Anywhere, anything you can see. The whole universe. Somebody has not covered. Only covering is put on the jiva's heart, and it cannot see reality. The maya avarana is there. The ignorance, ajnana avarana is there. The screen of ignorance is put on the jiva. And when the screen is removed, he sees the divine everywhere. So the Kali is represented dark. But is she Kali, the dark, by herself? No, I am able to see this universe. What does the realized soul see? He sees a world of light. I see a world of darkness. I am not able to see Chaitanya here. I am able to see matter alone. Even the living beings are matter for me. And the Chaitanya is not seen. I can infer there is consciousness, Chaitanya is there, because scriptures say, I have heard, I don't see. So this understanding, this view is represented there by the Kali and Shiva. Kali standing on Shiva. The whole universe is supported by the absolute existence. Now when a realized soul sees the same world, he sees light. We see darkness. He sees light. It is something like Mother Kali, as you go closer and closer to her, she removes her clothing and comes out what she really is. That Kali's cover of darkness goes away. The harshness, this terrible, all that goes away. Saumya, loving mother, emerges out. This is what is seen by the realized souls. Realization is to see the Kali as the Saumya, loving mother. So, is Kali the dark one, or is she bright? He says, because you are seeing the universe, you are not in tune with the universe, you are not in tune with the nature. So it appears dark. As you grow closer and closer to nature, as you see yourself a part of nature, nature is a part of your existence. When you are in tune with nature, you see an entirely different world, different this one. You start seeing the Chaitanya in it. Just like we see some amount of Chaitanya in every living being, the same amount we start seeing in non-living beings. Oh, this sofa can talk, this sofa can move towards me. So this, as if it is full of life, I perceive. It is, but my eyes are closed to it. I see a material object. So as my penetration increases, I start penetrating and seeing the Chaitanya which is pervading the object. So the pervading reality is the Chaitanya that we are. Now when a realized soul sees, he sees an entirely different sofa from what is I am seeing. He sees divine everywhere. He sees divine in everything. So this is what we see in my Thakur is telling. Is Kali my divine mother of black complexion? She appears black because she is viewed from a distance. But when intimately known, this is what we call coming in tune with the nature. Coming in tune. I am going to tune with myself. I am in intimacy, closeness, oneness with the nature. When intimately known, she is no longer so. The sky appears blue at a distance, but look at it close by, and you see that it has no color. The water of ocean looks blue at a distance, but when you go nearer and take the water in hand, you find that it is colorless. So as we go closer and closer, we see a different version. Even the same sun in the morning, sun in the afternoon, sun in the evening, entirely same sun. Little difference and the angle is different. Morning sun looks crimson red. Noon sun you must see scorching sun in the middle. This evening sun. These two we see how the transformation is going on. The same sun I am seeing at different ways at different times. Same world looks so pleasant and divine, and no more the darkness remains. You find it is colorless. The master became intoxicated with divine love and sang, "Is my mother Kali really black? The naked one of blackest hue lights the lotus of the heart." Amar mar ki amar kalo re shyama, ma ki amar kalo, kalo rupe digambara, kalo rupe digambari, hridhi potto koro alore shyama, ma ki amar kalo. Is my mother dark? She, one who is enlightened, who enlightens. Hridi poddo kore alore. The লোকে বলে আমার মন তো বলি না কালো রে. So the mother who is going to illumine my heart for eternal, entering into eternal light, and if she can be dark, Hridi Paddo Kore Alo, Hridaya Padma, it's going to make the mother who just by her presence is going to illumine my heart, illumine the lotus of my heart. Can she be dark? Darkness is what absorbs light. All light which absorbs is dark. How do you define dark? Dark is all the color when it is absorbed, the object looks dark, black. Now blue cloth is there, blue, this one is there. This blue color is seen because all others color other than blue is absorbed by this, and blue alone is reflected. The light that we commonly use everywhere, and also the sunlight has all the colors, various colors, 7 colors, Vibgayar, orange, red, violet to red, 7 colors. Of that, this particular color, the range goes on increasing, the shade goes on changing. A particular color when we see, all other colors of that white light is absorbed, and this particular color is reflected. Red book reflects red color because all other colors other than the red of the 7 colors is absorbed, and only why does something look white is because all the colors are as it is reflected without absorption, then it looks like white. When all colors are absorbed and nothing is reflected, we see black color. Black is absorption of all color. White is reflection of all colors. In between is the particular color that is being reflected. So when we see color, black color, it is taking away the light. Light it is absorbing, and so it is looking black. So when we see, if we say mother absorbs all whiteness, Chaitanya, and reflects only Achaitanya, darkness, no. So, is my mother Kali really black? The naked one of bluest hue lights the lotus of heart. The naked one, the nature nobody can cover. Whole nature is always open, playing, dancing in her own glory, constantly radiating bliss, peace. Why do we love small young children, infants and babies? Is because they are one with nature. They are reflecting the same thing. Though it is reflected light of small, but it is without distortion. As we grow, we increase our complexity, we lose our simplicity, and start reflecting darkness. All things are absorbed. We become such things that we start reflecting darkness. So children reflect as it is nature, simple, without any complexity. That's why everyone loves children. small. No, their guilelessness, they present that simplicity of nature, rarest thing in the world. So here we see naked one, when we say there is no any assuming, unassuming, it is guileless, it is doesn't have any artificiality, simple what they are. That is represented by not covering anything. I have not covered anything within me. There is no secrecy. I don't keep anything secret, unknown to the world. My doors are open, my heart is open, my mind is open. That openness without covering. How many things we cover? Our thoughts we cover, our feelings we cover. Every moment, what that person will think of me, what this person will think of me. All the time, throughout the waking state, we go on analyzing and seeing. We avoid. So that is the nakedness, represented by nakedness. Master continued, bondage and liberation are both of her making. By her Maya, worldly people become entangled in woman and gold, and again, through her grace, they attain their liberation. It is she who binds, she who unbinds. She is called the Savior and the remover of bondage that binds one to the world. The term bind is used just because man loses his power to release himself. Shackles are something like somebody has tied a knot to my leg. But bondage is something, it is locked, it is not, knot is not put, it is locked with a lock and key. Very difficult to find the key, very difficult to unlock it, difficult. That is bondage. I cannot, suppose my hands and feet are bound, taking my hands behind, I can by no means remove that bondage. So binding has to be removed by someone else who is outside. So shackles are those like lajja, grina, bhai. These are the shackles. Shackles one can remove himself because he has bound them himself. Lajja I can take out, bhai I can take out, but janma mrityu I cannot take out, sukha dukha I cannot take out. So that which I can take out still binds me is called the shackle. That which I cannot remove, though it is binding me, that is bondage. Bondage has to be removed by the Divine Mother. Guru shows the path and makes him surrender his ego to the Divine Mother, and Divine Mother cures, releases. She is the bondage and liberation, both are her making. By her Maya, worldly people get entangled in woman and gold, and again through her grace they attain liberation. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.